today's episode, we're going to be talking about lighting controls, and we have one of our newest employees, Larry Connell, here to ask us some questions pertaining to lighting controls. So what questions do you got for me?
Well, my understanding about lighting controls is a switch on the wall. So obviously you're doing something different. What is a lighting control?
You gave it the simplest terms, a light switch. Essentially, it's a larger, not necessarily more complicated, but easier automated way to control lighting, to give the user more capability of control of his lights than just regularly turning them on and off. You got time of day, there's all sorts of different avenues that you can go to and designed around, lighting control systems for your needs.
Who uses lighting controls?
QSRs, C-stores, anybody that is looking to have more ability controls with their building. It could be retail buildings. It could be grocery stores. Anybody that needs more control than just a light switch on and off.
And is that just interior lights, exterior lights?
It's all of them. Store lights, in building lights, parking lot lights, site lights. It could be signs. It's just whatever the building has for lighting can be controlled through it.
Like today out here, it's cloudy. We have clouds rolling through. It gets dark, then it gets bright. How do we control that?
It's called a gray day. So we have built into the system either a light sensor or a photocell where it will compensate that for ambient light or lumens, I should say. And what'll happen is it'll pick that up and then also adjust and turn on the lights and keep them on so you don't have a constant strobing on off due to a cloud passing by. So it kind of in turn, the light sensor or photocell will correct for that and adjust the lighting controls, just not turn them on or off. It'll keep them on and then turn it off. So you don't have to worry about hitting a switch or hitting a button.
So is that basically the same way that it works for daylight savings? As the summer days get longer, the winter days get shorter?
No, daylight savings is more or less, it's a setting in there that's automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. But like you said, days get longer, days get shorter. The light sensors will measure that light level so they know to keep the lights on longer when it's dark, or during the day, shut them off earlier as the sun, adjusts for daylight savings. But that internally in what we do is already set up, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. So when we're setting up for interior lights, do I need to have a cabinet for just interior lights and another cabinet for exterior lights?
No, it all comes into one. You can set it up where you could have a box off to the side if you have an existing building that already has panels where it takes the lighting controls, or if you have a cabinet, you can integrate that all into one. So your interior and your exterior zones or lighting controls is all into one area. So you only have one place to go to.
So what are our failure rates?
Well, I think they're probably, I would say most of our systems are 99.9%, operational. Of course, you're always going to have failures. I mean, we're not perfect. Things are going to happen. I guess the main problem or issue that comes up is the contactors themselves. When they get dirt or dust in them, they don't always want to close right. Typically, that's what we see, but pretty much 99.9% of our systems are, even today, some that we've had years ago is still working today.
Do we provide service outside of us building them and installing, getting them up on operational? What's our service that we provide after that?
Yeah, we do provide a service. We can come on site and help set it up, but with COVID and everything that's happening now, we kind of changed over to phone calls. So what they usually typically do is the contractor will give us a call and say, hey, I'm ready to start this lighting system up. I need help adjusting it. And we will walk them through not only the initial adjustment portion of it, getting it going, but also if there's any troubleshooting or if they want to change a program, all it is just a matter of giving us a call and we can send out a new program to them and they download it and take care of it. I think a lot of it comes down to what we do with the lighting controls is based off the customer's needs. We always talk about the customer's needs. We're not going to give you something that's so elaborate that you'll never use. We want to give you something that you will use, but also will be user-friendly and be able to adapt later on down the road with new technologies that come out to even make it more user-friendly, so you don't have to necessarily even think about your lighting controls working. It just does it for you. I mean, pretty much we're trying to get it to be, what I want to say, seamless integration with constant connectivity. I mean, and that just not only goes with the lighting controls, but it also goes with SSDi, with what you get. We're always in touch. You can always call us. We're always going to be here for the life of our product. Another feature that we do offer is internet capability of remote logging into your system, whether that be through your cell phone, through a Bluetooth app, or sitting at your desk or at your home, per se, and dialing into it and making the changes that you need, plus also checking on your system too. It also you can get as elaborate as having your own web page to be able to also tell you what light levels there are, buttons to push to turn the system on, and kind of give you an idea also, if you wanted to data-wise, how long the lights have been running, who pushed a button, how long have they been on. If somebody hit an override and the lights were on all night, well, why did somebody do that? So you can... There's a lot of capabilities with that remote internet tie-in. It's a function that is already built into our system. It's just a matter if you want to have that capability, because a lot of people don't like people coming into their systems, but we can give it to you where it's password protected. You can have it so you can just have access it, not the entire world. Too.
So the operator doesn't have to be an expert in programming the PLC.
Exactly. Yeah, everything's pre-programmed. You would just go to like any type of a web page and it'd bring up a password and boom, there you are. You can mess around, play with it. It would be just as easy as going on the internet. And that's what we try to do, which we can, walk you through that, set it up, help you. It's just not that we're going to throw it at you. Here you go, make it work. We, every step of the way we'd be there to give you a hand.
Yeah, it sounds pretty easy.
Yeah. It's like you said before, it can be as easy as turning on a light switch, and it can be as complicated as having certain light fixtures turn on at certain days, certain times, certain light levels, outside lights turning off at a certain time. It can get complicated, but what we found over the years dealing with some of these more complicated, higher end lighting control systems is that the end user pays a lot of money for it, but never uses all the features. Yeah. So what we've tried to do is make our lighting control system be a lot easier, user-friendly to use, and functions that they actually truly use, and not just something that's, going to collect dust later on down the road.
Yeah, sell them what they need and able to upgrade later if they want.
Exactly. It's all built into that PLC HMI feature. So if it's something that they want, we can, compensate them and help them out, get that to what they are looking for. So,
well, I'm impressed with the short time I've been around, the quality of the work, the way the cabinets look. They're very professional. You guys do a great job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, hopefully later on down the road, we can do another episode and we can talk about something other than lighting controls. After you've been here for a while and get your feet wet, you'll ask about fueling boards, panels, or why do we do this the way we do, huh? Why, Adam? Why do you do this? Yeah, who came up with this idea? And we'll just blame Jerry. That's all. Okay. Just want to say thank you all for listening today. And of course, it's just a short topic on lighting controls. And as we move forward, we will discuss other items that are available and about SSDi too. Thank you. I appreciate you listening.
Thank you everyone for listening today. If you enjoyed the show and want to be notified when new episodes get released, please subscribe to our show on your favorite listening app. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Click on the links in the show notes below. Also, your feedback would mean the world to us. Help our listeners in our trade find us by giving us 5-star rating and review in Apple Podcast or your favorite listening app. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.